Randy Orton vs Kevin Owens is one of the hottest rivalries in WWE. Well, it was. Cody wants a piece of Kevin Owens now, but why? You see, Kevin Owens bought a Lamborghini. Didn't see Kevin Owens as a Lamborghini guy, by the way. And Randy was just too impressed to continue fighting. Hey KO, there's a nice ride you got there. You know, this Goldman guy is really pissing me off too. He's kinda stupid, to be honest. The rivalry is over because they had a bro moment. The end. Just guys being guys. That's all they need, really. Now, SmackDown did have a couple of highlights. We're getting a tournament, which made me realize we have more women than I thought we have. And it's a bunch of triple threat matches. Love it. I'll not customize the championship. Shinsuke made his return. Bronson rejoins War Games. And Roman made the call. Roman Reigns called the wise man, people. People, we're about to see the return of the wise man.
Oh my tribal chief, I've missed you so much.
Now seriously, man, with Bronson Reed joining the Bloodline, I think it's pretty obvious now it must be Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins is feuding Bronson Reed. They already asked Seth Rollins to join. What else is there to do? Seth Rollins is finally reuniting with his Shield brother. Now let's talk about SmackDown, but first, this video is sponsored by Opera. Y'all know I've been using Opera for a while now. Features such as tab violence is an absolute game changer. Now I can organize my tabs and put them into folders instead of having 30 tabs open. But the new phase in the evolution of Opera begins now with the Opera One R2. Now you can control your music and videos without interrupting your browsing activities. You can choose between 6 different music streaming services, and if you want to pause or skip a song, you can do so by hovering over the player icon on the sidebar. No need to open it or switch tabs. You can also detach your music players or videos and leave them on your browser without using different apps or tabs. The look of Opera got even more beautiful, as you can now alter the entire theme of your browser, including animated backgrounds, UI colors, browser sounds, and more. You can choose between 3 themes and play with endless combinations to find something that fits your needs. Themes also now support browser sounds like keyboard and animated sound effects. And I love the split screen feature. If you multitask a lot like me, now you can have 2 tabs on the screen at the same time. This is really helpful while doing research because now you can have your document and research tab open at the same time. Just simply drag one of your tabs in the browser and you can control the size of it. Or for example, if you're a content creator, you can have your streaming service in one window and comments in the other. Aria command line is also really helpful, as you can just click Ctrl+/, ask Aria a question and get that answer instantly without having to go to different sites. Aria also has an image generator and recognition, something I've been playing around with a lot as I'm a big wrestling fan, and it's always fascinating to see what it's going to come up with or change since it recognizes the pictures I've uploaded. People, Opera has everything you need. It's the absolute best in the world right now, so make sure to download Opera by using the link in the description below. It's absolutely free. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. How are you guys doing today? Drop that like, subscribe if you already didn't, help the channel out. I really appreciate that. More content coming soon. I know I wasn't very active, but trust me, it's about to get real good. So the show kicks off with Cody Rhodes, and he wants a piece of Kevin Owens. But we didn't see Kevin Owens, we saw Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis doesn't want to give Cody Kevin Owens because, well, in a way, he's protecting everybody. He says there's a reason why the pile driver is banned. We don't want this generation to end up in wheelchairs. Which is such a great line, by the way, and it's actually true. I know when Kevin Owens did it, he was very protective of Randy Orton, you know, it made sense, but in general, that's actually legit. You know, at the end of the day, we need these performers to be safe as they can be. But Cody made a great point. Cody has to tell Orton's wife what happened. Imagine yourself in those shoes. I have to be responsible because Kevin Owens keeps saying, it's my fault. It's because of me Randy Orton is injured again. What do you expect me to do with Kevin Owens? The ball is in your court and I won't be waiting for long. Then Kevin Owens responded by saying, I'm not doing this for the WWE, for Nick Aldis, for Cody, but I'll be there. So next week we're finally seeing Cody and Kevin Owens interacting again, which is probably going to end up in a fight, you know, it's pretty obvious. But this is pretty awesome. WWE are selling this injury really well. Well, the Lamborghini changed everything, right? Like, he just saw a great car and Orton was like, no, good guys, come on, holy shit, my neck hurts still, kinda hurts, but I gotta be stupid not to appreciate this beautiness. Okay, as much as I love the story, if there's one thing I could complain about, and I would understand if other people would, the WWE Championship is kinda not the focus anymore. Like, nobody cares about the goddamn championship at this point, and that kinda sucks. I know we'll get there, but, you know, I wish Kevin Owens will talk about the WWE title more. That should also be the goal when it comes to this rivalry. Women's United States Championship Tournament first round. We saw BFAB versus Bayley versus Candice LeRae. Again, I love triple threat matches and I'm glad WWE did it that way. I mean, that just goes to show you we do have a lot of women on the roster. The match was really fun, but we did get the expected finish. Of course, Bayley won the match. She's moving on. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't really be shocked if Bayley ends up winning the championship. As much as I want Chelsea Green to win this championship, at the end of the day, if you do want to give this championship that prestige, you should give it to Bayley. I'm not saying I would, I'm just saying WWE might end up doing that, and I wouldn't complain. We'll hear her theme song even more, which sucks. Really sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, I would understand why would WWE do it. LA Knight came out with a custom WWE United States Championship. I mean, the strap is custom, and I like that. You know, it's not too much, but LA Knight is that type of guy who would customize his championship. I think it looks really good, and when it comes to these kind of customizations, I love that. I never liked personalized championships, to be quite honest, which a lot of people are saying Brahma Bull, Smoking Skull. I didn't like these championships. Well, I wasn't watching at the time, but now you show me this, I say no. And he's looking for an open challenge. Obviously, he got interrupted by Santos Escobar, and this was kind of a hilarious promo. He called people Milwaukeeans. Are you like aliens? And he kept saying that to the point where it was like, I don't know if it's good or bad. It's cringy, but it's funny. They called him daddy or something, and LA Knight said, the only one calling me daddy is that girl right here. Well, anyway, instead of giving Santos Escobar the championship opportunity, he gave the match to Berto. Hear me out. They had so many name changes. I literally didn't know his name is Berto. Wasn't he called... What was his name back before? He was a singles competitor. Humberto Carrillo. Now, as you can expect, LA Knight won the match, but got attacked by the returning Shinsuke Nakamura. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm super excited about it. I mean, Shinsuke is just here to lose every single time during every single run. But I think it's interesting, kinda. I mean, we need a little break from LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, so I'm pretty excited about that. I know LA Knight is going to win, but I mean, at the end of the day, Shinsuke Nakamura does have a lot of accomplishments in the WWE, and LA Knight beating him, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. And the match does have some potential. Again, I kept saying this, I would have moved Shinsuke to NXT because he has a lot more to give to NXT at this point of his career than the main roster. Not in a sense that we devalue Shinsuke Nakamura, but in a sense that he's a veteran working in NXT. I don't know. I always like that idea, but let me know in the comments below what you think. The Bloodline are still struggling to find the 5th member. They asked LA Knight refused, so they're pretty much lost. They went into Roman's office and told him, we don't have it. The fake-ass Bloodline came to the ring, got quickly interrupted by the OGs, and we got a big brawl. That was a great fight, by the way. It reminds me of these 2005 Survivor Series type of brawls where we would see Raw versus SmackDown ending these shows with a bunch of colorful t-shirts. It was just a lot of fun back in the day, but out of nowhere, Bronson Reed interferes and seemingly joins the fake-ass Bloodline. So, you know, we got this big fight, long fight pretty much, but of course they came out on top, and we now know he joins the Bloodline in the Survivor Series match. And I gotta tell you, man, he looks great with the Bloodline. He looks like a legit member of the Bloodline. He fits in really well. So if he would end up being the actual member, I wouldn't complain. I would honestly be okay with that. But again, let me remind you, on Raw, they actually talked to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins refused, but he has a big rivalry with Bronson Reed. What do we do now? He's not gonna join the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline, because he respects Roman and he listened to Sammy. He's gonna join because he wants a piece of Bronson Reed. That's the only way he's gonna get that match. Adam Pearce is not gonna give him the match at Survivor Series because Bronson Reed is busy. So now, Seth Rollins has to join the team. We got the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits. And this match ended very quickly because Tommaso Ciampa all of a sudden just attacked everybody. And that was a heel move, by the way. He was absolutely ruthless. And he even ended up attacking Johnny Gargano while he pushed him, which may make you think that he actually turned on his partner. And I don't think that's the case. I think he's gonna change Johnny's mind. At the end of the day, I don't see it as a singles run, which I wouldn't complain about, but I just see it more of a DIY turning heel. I think they're going to turn heel, and Johnny Gargano is going to be a heel in the WWE, I believe for the first time ever. One thing's for sure, it makes the WWE Tag Team division a lot more interesting. I need a story, and I'm so glad we have actual stories right now when it comes to tag team championships. Matches are fun, matches are great, but this seems like a pretty legit story, and I appreciate that. The main event was the WWE Women's Championship match, Naomi versus Nia Jax, a very predictable match, and it made me look back at the Women's United States Championship tournament brackets, and Naomi is here! So it made the match even more predictable if it wasn't already, but it also made me realize Naomi might end up winning this match again. It might be Naomi versus Bayley, which is possible as I see they're in different sides, and that's probably what's gonna happen, and it's awesome. But I would personally give this championship to Naomi. A lot of interferences like usual, and at this point it is kinda getting repetitive. We got the heels, we got the baby faces, we got the Judgment Day, and by the end of this match, Nia Jax wins the match, and it seems like Candice LeRae and Tiffany are kinda on the same page. This looks more of a faction than, you know, them being jealous of each other for Nia's attention. Nia Jax is building her own empire, and it's only fair I build my own. You know, leading up to WrestleMania, to me versus Nia, I can't come alone. I'm thinking about calling my buds. Hey, Vladimir Kozlov, what do you think about joining the Great One? Because I'm going to have a match against Nia Jax. And in this match, I'm going to take the WWE Women's Championship. Yes? Awesome. I love WWE. We have it right here, people. Vladimir Kozlov and the Great One. Dream Team. Hell yeah. The show ends with Roman Reigns smiling because he gets to talk with his wise man. He says, call Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman cannot be reached. So Roman just drops the phone and he's angry, and oh my god, I miss Paul Heyman so much. This made me realize how much I miss Paul Heyman. Now, I wonder why. Is Paul Heyman going to recruit a new member? I know there are still cousins, sisters, brothers, and the Bloodline family. 50% of the wrestling business is, Samoans, which is crazy. Awesome. But at the end of the day, I still think it's gonna be Seth Rollins because of Bronson Reed. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe they just need Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman always has the plan. He knows how to convince people, you know? But I'm so excited for Paul Heyman's return, man. I've missed this guy so much, and now we're going to get the full Bloodline. This already feels big. They have their own t-shirts, OG and shit. But Paul Heyman coming back, that is going to be an absolute game changer. So people, that was your SmackDown. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe if you already didn't. And as always, your boy, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.